What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this Tuesday. I'm doing pretty good myself. I come across this particular story with this lady here by the name of Cassandra. Okay, she was a South Carolina police officer that got into a situation with a man, a black man, that resulted in her chasing him for 8 miles. When the chase came to an end, she felt the need to kill this man. Okay, let's get into this story. You see what I said in the beginning of the title here, on the thumbnail. White privilege will not work for Cassandra, and it shouldn't work. It shouldn't even. It's not supposed to even be working for the PS subs who do the kind of things what Cassandra did in this story right here. Okay, now. Police officer charged in deadly weekend shooting bonds out. Okay, I'm hearing she had a very troubled past, on other police forces or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she shouldn't have been even hired, in South Carolina, Georgetown, South Carolina. So, but be that as is, this is what they do. They put these kind of people, on police forces. A lot of them. That doesn't have a regard for human life. All right. Now there's a video right here, but I know it's copywritten, so I'm not going to even play it. But to get into the story right here, it says a police officer who was charged in a shooting that left a Hemingway man dead in Georgetown County bonded out on Thursday morning. Cassandra is charged with voluntary manslaughter in connection with the death of 46-year-old Robert Langley in an officer-involved shooting, according to the state law enforcement division, which was called in to investigate the shooting. A judge set a bond for $150,000 on the charge, according to court records. Dollard bonded out following her hearing. Okay, and if you go back to this picture right here, what do you see? You see her smiling, man. She just killed somebody unjustifiably, and she's smiling about it. That says a lot about her damn character. And I guess this is a man's life that she took, okay? Who is Robert Jr. Langley. Robert Jr. Langley. 46 died February 7th in an officer-involved shooting in Georgetown County, investigators with the state law enforcement division said. Bakari Sellers, okay? I mean, I read through some of the story, and as you guys are going to see, she didn't have to do this. She really didn't have to do that. And she's smiling, okay? Now, it goes on to say right here, during the bond hearing, Dollar's attorney asked for a modest bond, while the solicitor argued Dollar could be a flight risk. The solicitor, asked the judge for a substantial bond for Dollar, saying the chase ended almost 9 miles outside of Dollar's jurisdiction and reached a maximum speed, according to dashcam video, of 127 miles per hour. The solicitor told the court Dollar thought she saw something in Langley's hand, possibly a weapon. Okay. Attorney Bakari Sellers, who is representing Langley's family, said Langley did not have a weapon and characterized Dollar's actions that night as a failure by the entire system. Citing her law enforcement career history that included 2 previous terminations, Sellers asked the judge to order that Dollar not contact the family directly or indirectly and make no statements, including on social media, as a condition for any bond granted for her. Okay. Goes on to say, when they called and told me he was killed unjustified, it killed me and his family. Langley's mother, Rosalind Langley, said, nobody understands what I'm going through right now. My son meant the world to me. She asked the judge to impose the highest bond possible. I can't blame her. You know what I mean? Like I said, this woman didn't have to do that. And condolences to, the family of this man right here. I say you get these damn trigger happy ass cops, and see, here's my opinion on the situation, this particular one. When you read so many stories with this, like right here, doing things like what this woman just did, it's not going to be long before you find somebody, of our nation that's going to want to do the same thing, being he's male or female. They're going to want to try to do the same thing and then get away with it. That's basically what it boils down to, okay? But I digress. Dollar was arrested Wednesday in Berkeley County and taken to the Georgetown County Detention Center for Thursday morning's bond hearing. The charge stems from an officer-involved shooting early Sunday morning. The state law enforcement division, which is investigating the incident, said it began with a chase in Hemingway that continued through Williamsburg County into Georgetown County and ended in a crash. Okay, and I guess this is the family, for Mr. Langley Jr. here. That's just really too bad, sad. In conclusion here, the Georgetown County's coroner office said Langley died after being shot Sunday morning. An autopsy for him is scheduled for Friday at MUSC. Okay. There's other, stories that, getting into this right here. He said he was getting out of the car once he crashed his car. He was unarmed and, she shot him in the chest, and witnesses was there and actually heard him, struggling to breathe, gurgling blood and every damn thing else. This woman didn't have to do that. She did not have to do this, and she's sitting up here with this stupid ass smile on her face, not understanding that you just took somebody's life and you didn't really have to do it, This is the other story I was talking about right here, where she killed that brother, man. It's just too bad. It's really too bad, that somebody would do some shit like this, Let's check out this particular video and see what they have to say. Well, it turns out that this video is actually 38 minutes long, so we'll just listen to a little bit, and I'll leave the link in the description box for you guys if you want to check it out.
We have the NAACP here. It's gonna be wild to watch this community come together around this family. You all don't even know that this community is about to lift you up and support you in ways that you've never seen before. And it's not just this community, it's people around the state. It's people around the world. Robert Langley's name, Mama, is going to be lifted up.
I hope so, baby.
And I promised you a couple of things, but we're going to get justice, and I know we're supposed to be having a press conference, but we're going to get justice for your son.
I hope so.
And I promise you that much. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if there are any questions. We'll take one or two. Some questions we cannot answer, but we'll do our best to answer. And then I'm going to let this family, who's been through more today than they should, go home, eat, relax, and begin to plan services and continue to grieve. Yes?
We understand that an arrest is probably imminent in this case. Do you know what charges may be filed?
We would leave that up to the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division and Jimmy Richardson, the solicitor. I will say this, and I hope you write this part. I hope all of you all do. I do these cases all across the country, and most times I'm juxtaposed, diametrically opposed to law enforcement, being the investigators and the prosecutors. But they have done by this family as right as you possibly can do. From the night this incident occurred, the Law Enforcement Division, the Solicitor's Office has been focused on finding justice, and so we trust and believe they'll do the right thing. We're going to be there with this family throughout the criminal proceeding if there is one, but we'll leave all of that up to, that's not for us to announce, but we do hope, speaking for Tyreek particularly, that this officer does face justice, and we believe she will. Questions?
You mentioned that before the family came out, they watched something that was really upsetting. What was that exactly that they watched?
They were able to see the dash cam video of the shooting and of the killing of their son, of their father, of their brother. They were able to see him being shot unjustifiably. They were able to hear him gargling blood and fighting for air for his life. They were able to go through and see every image that you dare not want to see. And so Robert Langley should be alive today, and they were able to see the moments in which he was taken. One or two more.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Has the solicitor indicated that they're going to release the body cam footage?
This family just saw that footage for the very first time. I know that the solicitor still has work to do. In fact, he's somewhere right around here. I know. So if you want to find him and ask him any questions, you can. But run, go to lunch. But I can tell you that the family wants to work with law enforcement the way law enforcement has worked with us, and so we're going to follow their lead right now. We do know that if that video does come out, we'll address it at that time. But as of right now, we want to grieve and plan a funeral and lift up Robert and sing Going Up Yonder and, you know, do those things that families do when they celebrate their loved ones. Last question.
Do we know what led
You can't get all the questions. Does anybody else have? Let one of the white guys ask a question. Go ahead.
Do we know what led up to the pursuit?
So let me just tell you this. It wasn't a death penalty crime. He rode through a stop sign. And so add him to the list of Tamir Rice having a toy gun, of Alton Sterling, if I'm not mistaken, was selling bootleg CDs. Eric Gardner was selling Lucy cigarettes. Walter Scott had broken tail lights and had a child support warrant. Everything we know, Mr. Langley didn't have any warrants, and at the end of the day, didn't commit any crimes that denote the death penalty, and did not make any actions towards the officer that would have justified him being killed. So with that being said, we want to justify. With that being said, I was about to say I'm gonna turn it over to the senator for the last word, and then
We'll stop it right there. So you see, that brother died by the hands of this woman right here because he ran through a stop sign. I don't know why the man felt like he needed to run, and you know what I'm saying, a total of almost 9 miles. You understand, at speeds that's said to have reached 127 miles per hour. But like this man just said, that was not, you know, a trial for a death penalty. It was no reason for this woman to pull her service weapon and just kill this man, okay, behind some shit like that. I mean, really, you know. So hopefully, you know, Cassandra Dollar, you know, get what's coming to her. You know, they prosecute her ass to the fullest extent of the law and let her see, you know, this ain't cool right here. And wipe that ugly ass smile off your face. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this story right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.